Hi, I'm Dean. Don't forget to press like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll tell you my story. I lived with my mom and younger sister Lassie in a small shack on the outskirts of the city. Mom was paying off debts, and we were often short of money. Because of that, I had to work part-time. One day, I was sitting on the lawn and watching a group of girls. To be honest, I was really only watching one of them. Her name was Emma. Pretty, isn't she? She was the most popular girl in school. Of bloody course, she was dating the captain of the football team. There he is, by the way. Archie was a jerk, but looked like a movie star.
Hey loser, what are you staring at? You should go and buy some new clothes instead.
They won't even let him into the store looking like this.
I didn't like that it was all happening right in front of Emma.
How about this? If you score a goal when I'm standing at the gate, you can kiss Emma.
My heart immediately started pounding. Was he serious? Did she agree to this?
Come on, she doesn't mind. Right, Em?
Emma came up to us and nodded. She and her friends were looking at us with interest. I couldn't let her think I was a coward and accepted the challenge. Archie grinned nastily and stood in front of the gate. I hit the ball once, twice, 3 times. He easily sent the ball back at me. The girls squealed happily. Emma came up to Archie and kissed him. Everyone laughed at me again.
She's out of your league. Emma needs a real hero, not some loser.
I clenched my fists and left the field. I got on my old bike and went to the pizzeria. I'd got a job as a delivery guy there a couple weeks ago. I looked at my watch and realized that I was very late. It was all Archie's fault.
This is the last straw. You're fired.
My excuses didn't help. I lost my job again. On the way home, I felt like a complete loser. I had no job, no girlfriend. I hated to admit it, but I was 17 and hadn't dated anyone yet. As soon as I got home, I tripped over a skateboard. Heck, I had told Maggie to put it away 100 times. I walked into the living room and saw her. Maggie was the daughter of my mom's friend and sometimes looked after Lassie. Look who it is. Why are you home so early? Did you get fired again? That's none of your business. Yes, it is. If you don't have a job, then look after your sister yourself. I have practice. As you see, we didn't get along. Maggie was not only ugly, but also mean. Listen, I've had a really bad day. Leave me alone. Of course, that was the moment my mother came back home. Dean, is that how you talk to girls? She's not a girl, she's a monster. Dean, apologize right now. Maggie helps us out so much. Yeah, she's the best, unlike me, right? I was in a terrible mood, so I locked myself in my room and kicked a chair angrily. After some time, I calmed down a little and sat down at the laptop. It was time to look for a new job. Mom couldn't manage without my help. I applied for all the jobs I saw. All I could do after that was wait. I wasn't really expecting anything, but soon I got a call from a kids club. It was on the other side of the town. I was offered a position of an animator. It wasn't really a dream job, but it was better than nothing. I headed to the club after school. The receptionist handed me a Spider-Man costume. I'd been expecting something worse. Being a superhero wasn't that bad. I changed into it and started entertaining the kids. The next day, I came to school and accidentally heard Emma and Archie arguing. Why can't you buy me a ticket? I've been dreaming about this concert forever.
Well, I'm sorry, but my parents took away my pocket money.
You should have saved up in advance. You knew how much I wanted to go there. I suddenly got an idea. It was crazy, but what if it worked? I decided to try to win Emma over. I had some savings from my previous part-time jobs. I had been planning to give them to my mom, but bought a concert ticket instead. I put it in an envelope and signed it, "From your superhero." The next day, I slipped it into her bag when Emma was distracted. She soon found it and screamed with delight. Archie, did you buy it after all?
What are you talking about? I didn't buy you anything.
Emma looked around in confusion, and I quickly hid around the corner. A couple of days later, I decided to surprise her again. I bought a rose and changed into the Spider-Man costume. Then, I came to Emma's house, put the rose between my teeth, and climbed up the fire escape to her window. Emma was sitting on her bed and staring at me in shock. Before she could react, I put the rose on her windowsill and quickly left. My adrenaline was pumping. I would have never dared do that before. The superhero costume gave me a confidence boost. At school, I heard Emma tell her friends about her mysterious admirer. Archie tried to talk to her, but she ignored him. He was furious, but there was nothing he could do. I was happy and continued to arrange surprises for Emma. One day, I bought a big teddy bear and gave it to her on the street. I just came up to her and handed her the gift. Emma wanted to say something, but I quickly left. Then, I ordered a pizza with some romantic words on it and sent it to her place. At school, Emma kept discussing me with her friends. That superhero is so cool. I wonder who he is. I was afraid she would find out the truth, but found a solution. One day, I sent a note with the URL of my fake social media account to Emma along with a gift. We started texting each other. I even told her that I had been in love with her for a long time. Just imagine. She said that she liked me too. Emma kept asking me to show her my face, but I was afraid to do it. I spent all the money I earned on gifts. Mom eventually noticed it. Where is all your money? I haven't earned anything yet. They promised to pay me today. I hated lying, especially to my loved ones. I decided to give everything I earned to my mom. But then, Emma told me there was a dress she had wanted for a long time. What was I supposed to do? In the evening, I was working at the kids club as usual when Maggie and my sister suddenly walked in. What were they doing there? Maggie sat Lassie down at a table and stared at me intently. You're a bad actor. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. Do you want me to give you a couple lessons? Did she have to always be sarcastic? Thanks, I'll manage. I could barely wait for my shift to end. The manager paid me, and after some hesitation, I bought the dress and sent it to Emma. The next day, she came to school in it. Wow, it suits you so well. It's all thanks to my superhero. I think I'm in love. I was over the moon. However, when I came back home, my mom was waiting for me, looking disgruntled. You said you were going to get paid. Where is the money? We need to hurry and pay off part of the debt. Sorry, my salary's delayed for some reason. Maggie suddenly broke in. You're lying. I saw them pay you. What is the meaning of this? I wanted to strangle Maggie. I tried to come up with another excuse, but my mom and I ended up fighting anyway. I went to my room. Soon, Maggie came to see me. Everyone has heard about Spider-Man. Your girlfriend told the whole neighborhood about him. I study at a school nearby, and the rumors even reached us. I immediately realized you were her superhero. You should leave Emma alone. She's not the girl you need. Her words were the last straw for me. Keep your advice to yourself! Emma and I were growing closer by the day. She told me she had never met a guy as romantic as me. One day, she publicly broke up with Archie at school. Stay away from me, okay? I found someone better.
Are you talking about that superhero? You don't even know who he is.
So what? He's cooler than you anyway. Archie turned red with anger. That same day, I came up with the coolest surprise for Emma yet. Remember the kiss scene in the Spider-Man movie? I decided to bring it to life. I got some climbing equipment and found a suitable place in the city. Emma was walking home down the street. When she was passing by me, I got down the fire escape and hung upside down. My face appeared right in front of Emma. She even cried out in surprise. Then she calmed down and stroked my cheek. I want to know who you are. She tried to take off my mask, but I stopped her. Can you guess how? Of course, by kissing her. I could barely believe I was doing such a thing. Then I was blinded by the flashes of cameras. We'd been noticed by passersby. After Emma had left, I pulled myself up and climbed up. I quickly untied the rope and got down on the other side of the building. I was running late, so I hurried to work. I didn't want to be fired again. On the way there, I bumped into Maggie. She almost ran me over on her skateboard. Are you following me? You should stop. Emma doesn't want you. She's only interested in the superhero. Sooner or later, you'll have to show her your face. What will happen then? I was so sick of her. I already told you to leave me alone. Mind your own business. I came to work feeling annoyed. I wasn't in the mood to play with the kids, but no one asked my opinion. At some point, Maggie walked in. She was definitely stalking me. She'd even brought Lassie with her. Just as I was about to tell her everything I thought of her, Emma appeared in the doorway. Damn it, what was she doing there? Wait a minute. Of course, Maggie must have ratted me out. I was surrounded by a crowd of children and couldn't run away and hide. I tried to get to the door, but wasn't fast enough. Emma came up to me and tore off my mask. She looked shocked. You? I don't understand. How is this possible? She suddenly burst into tears and ran away. I wish she would have just hit me. I froze and couldn't move. That reaction was exactly what I had been afraid of. Maybe she just needed some time? I squeezed through the crowd of kids and approached Maggie. I grabbed her by the arm and pulled her aside. You're a piece of work. Why did you bring Emma here? I didn't. Lassie wanted to come here. Yeah, sure. The next day, I was a star at school. Unfortunately, it brought me no joy. Everyone had somehow found out that I was Emma's mysterious admirer. Because of that, they made fun of her too. Soon, I found out that someone had sent everyone photos of Emma ripping off my mask. It was definitely Maggie's doing. I decided to talk to Emma after classes. Listen, I'm really sorry things turned out this way. We should talk about it. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have anything to do with someone like you. I'm a laughingstock now, and it's your fault. That was probably the worst day of my life. When I got home, I heard Maggie's voice coming from the hallway. Enough was enough. I burst into the living room and told her everything I thought of her. It's no wonder you don't have a boyfriend. Look at yourself. As soon as my personal life improved, you got jealous and decided to ruin everything. You should have just minded your own business. For a second, I thought Maggie was going to cry, but of course, she didn't. People like her probably didn't know how to cry. Maggie got up from her seat and looked at me angrily. You're such an idiot. She pushed past me and left. She stopped coming over after that. I had to look after Lassie and work at the kids club by myself after that. Mom was working all the time too. The other kids laughed at me at school. Emma started dating Archie again, and she didn't even look in my direction. I soon realized I'd been wrong about her. I regretted spending so much money on all those stupid gifts. I should have given it to my mom instead. We were in big trouble because of the unpaid debt. One day, Mom came home in tears.
If we don't pay them in 2 days, we will be evicted. We'll have to live on the street.
I didn't know how to help. I worked really hard, but it wasn't enough. The next day, I came home and immediately noticed that Mom seemed more cheerful. She'd even put on makeup and her favorite dress. Are we celebrating something? Oh, Dean, our problems are solved. Maggie won a prestigious skateboarding competition and gave us the money. To say that I was stunned would be to say nothing. I was shocked by both Maggie's victory and her help. You owe her an apology. She's such a nice girl. On the one hand, I felt grateful to her, but on the other, Maggie had ruined everything. One good deed didn't change anything. In a couple of days, my world was turned upside down. I was walking down the school hallway when I suddenly saw Archie and his friends. They were discussing something and laughing loudly.
Oh, I loved exposing that loser.
But how did you know it was him?
I saw him kiss Emma on the street and wanted to come right up to them, but changed my mind and decided to follow them. I found out that Emma's superhero worked in a kids club. He briefly took off his mask there, and I realized it was Dean. I texted the club's address to Emma and told her to come and see something interesting there. When she tore off his mask, I took pictures of him and sent them to everyone at school.
You're brilliant, man.
I knew that Emma would want to stay popular and come back to me. As you can see, my plan worked.
I felt like someone had poured a bucket of cold water over me. So it had all been Archie. Maggie didn't do anything, and I shouldn't have accused her. I immediately remembered how much she's helped my family out. She looked after Lassie, and even skipped practice to do it. She'd even given us her prize money. I felt terribly ashamed of myself. I went to her house to apologize. Her mom opened the door. Maggie doesn't want to see you. You were all she talked about, but you hurt her so much. Wait, what do you mean all she talked about? She's liked you for a long time. That's why she wasn't dating anyone. She felt shy and was sarcastic to hide it. It was like a defense mechanism, you know? I was stunned and felt like a complete idiot. I kept calling Maggie all evening, but she wouldn't pick up the phone. So I sent her a bunch of messages. I wanted to do something nice for her. Knowing Maggie, flowers wouldn't have impressed her. That's when I got an idea. I got paid after my next shift and asked some guys from the skate park to help me arrange a romantic dinner there. They set up a table and decorated everything with garlands and candles. I ordered dinner at a cafe and sent Maggie a voice message. I will be waiting at the skate park at 6 in the evening. If you don't come, I'll stop bothering you. Time passed slowly. It was already past 7 o'clock. I thought Maggie wasn't coming, but she finally showed up. I'd never felt happier to see her. By the way, why on earth had I thought she was ugly? She looked quite pretty in that dress and with that hairdo. We spent the whole evening at the skate park. I apologized and Maggie forgave me. After dinner, she even taught me how to skate. A couple of weeks have passed. We're dating now. Who would have thought, right? Maggie's different than what I thought. She's kind and gentle. I transferred to her school, and now we study together. I finally have friends. What was your first crush like? Tell us in the comments down below if it's not a secret.
Hey squad! Like to see your life in comics? Stories that are so embarrassing that even friends do not know about them. Don't say you don't have such ones. They belong on the Anon Please channel. Check it out! Click here.